What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, January 25th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman. It's the only place you'll get updates to my sims as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comments section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. And finally, shout out to PrizePicks for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Go to awesemo.com/prizepicks-promo. Get yourself one free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum, a deposit bonus, and you can check out our free player props tool, which will help you do everything you want to do at PrizePicks. Now, we round out the bottom of my top 10 with Anthony Simons, Keldon Johnson, Tyrese Maxey, Kevin Porter Jr., and OG Anunoby on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, we've got CJ McCollum, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 7,500, projected for 45. The goal's 52. He's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. I gave him 36 minutes, 1.25 fantasy points per minute in this spot because there's no Dame, which means increased usage and increased everything. It's a pace-up spot against Minnesota, which is incredibly helpful. So 1.25 works, 31% usage, 25 real points, 5.5 assists, 5 boards, a stock and a half. This is an exceptional spot for McCollum, who I expect to now be playing 36 minutes or more in each game. As long as Dame is going to be out, I'm quite confident CJ McCollum's $7,500 price tag that we see today will be one of the lower price tags he has over the next 2 weeks. At number 4, we're looking at Pascal Siakam. Finally got the power forward eligibility back, still has the center, and he's 8,900. He's projected for 49, the goal's 60, and he's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. He's playing 40 minutes a game, 1.25 fantasy points per minute in this spot because it's a massive pace-up spot against the Charlotte Hornets. 23 and 10 is the projection, which means double-double bonus is at least a 50-50 shot, 6 assists as well, plus 2 stocks. Now that Pascal Siakam has regained his power forward eligibility, he's the guy that you should be getting to regularly today. At number 3, we have the preferred pay-up option of the day, and that is $11,700 James Harden. He's just point guard eligible, which makes him slightly more difficult to get to, but it's still not a problem. I've got him projected for 67 fantasy points. The goal is 75 at this price tag, and he's still in the optimal lineup 23% of the time. I got him in for 38 minutes, 1.76 fantasy points per minute, which is basically like what happens when Nikola Jokic and Giannis play, because that's what Harden is when Kevin Durant is not on the floor and when Kyrie Irving is not on the floor. 30 points, 11.5 assists, and 11 rebounds. A relatively easy triple-double is where I have him projected right now, plus 2 stocks in a pace-up spot against a crappy Lakers team. Bringing back Anthony Davis, too. We'll see how he looks. James Harden is the best thing that you can spend your money on in the top tier for today. From a lower mid-tier value option, we go to Furkan Korkmaz, shooting guard, small forward, eligible, 4,500, projected for 29.5. The goal's about 36, and he is in the optimal lineup 25% of the time. He's going to play a ton of minutes. No Seth Curry, still no Shake Milton, no Danny Green, potentially no Matisse Thybulle still, although he is questionable. Even if Thybulle is in, which is what I have right now, I gave Korkmaz 35 minutes, 0.84 fantasy points per minute, 15 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Slight pace down spot against New Orleans, but that doesn't matter. You can put him in shooting guard, small forward, guard, forward, and utility at just 4,500 for 35 minutes. That's an outstanding value on today's slate. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are. And then go to awesemo.com/prizepicks-promo. Get yourself a bit of a deal on the presenting sponsor. No one's going to believe this one, but power forward center eligible Herb Jones is my preferred option at the number 1 spot on DK. 4,500, so I like the value. The flexibility works. He's projected for 29. The goal is 36, and he's in the optimal lineup 26% of the time. Now, this assumes Brandon Ingram is still out. 34 minutes for Jones. He's a 0.85 fantasy point per minute guy, and he does a little bit of everything. 13.5 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. So you're hoping to get those defensive stats here. I think he's just the perfect combination of value on a day like today, and it kind of fits in a position which is easier to fill. For him to get to that GPP goal of 36 fantasy points, he hits that 20% of the time. Like, If Herb Jones gets to 36 fantasy points, if he's just a fantasy point per minute guy today, let's just say he plays 36 minutes and gets 36 fantasy points. He is going to be one of the more essential plays you'll have today. And that's why I'm interested in Herb Jones, the number one contender for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, January 25th. FanDuel and Yahoo versions of this video are around here somewhere. Check them out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. Back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.